Hi everybody, my name is David Brennan with Safety Evolution. Today I want to talk to you about how to get your safety initiatives move forward with your management team and approved. We've all had those situations where we have a great idea and we're like, man, this is really going to help the company. This is going to allow us to do all these good things. It's going to protect our workers. And then we take it to our management team and we get shot down. And they're like, yeah, no, sorry, there's no budget for that. That's not really something that we're that interested in. And we're like, man, I put a lot of thought in this and I really think that this would help our company. So what we want to do today is just give you a real amazing framework so that you can actually take those ideas that you have, first of all, and be able to go to your team and get that approval that you need so you can protect your workers, so you can make sure that things are working the way they need to in the safety program. As you know, I worked in oil and gas for a very long time as a safety professional, and this allowed me to learn a little bit about how to deliver these type of safety initiative proposals to my management team so that I would get approval for them. And believe me, just like you, I got shot down on quite a few of these. So this is definitely learned in real life experience. The second part that I really like is now as a CEO of Safety Evolution, I get to listen to my team bring proposals to us all the time for new initiatives that they have. And so it's allowed me to look on the other side and say, oh, this is interesting. So that works and this works. And so what I want to do is teach you a little bit of a framework so that you can be more successful, first of all, in getting your proposals forward, as well as reduce the stress involved with it and all the rest of it that goes along with trying to get your proposals through to your leadership team. What you want to do is there's 3 steps that I break it down into. The first one is going to be picking your initiative. Super important because if we pick the wrong one, we're setting ourselves up for failure right off the bat. Number 2, we want to make sure that we prepare for the actual proposal and delivering and getting it through to our team. And then the second part, or the third part, is actually delivering that proposal to the right people. So let's talk about actually picking the proposals that are going to work for your company. The first thing you need to do is think about what is the company goals. And I know that I chat about like being aligned with the company goals as a safety professional and knowing what the direction is of the team at the company and where you're trying to go, and that way you're able to get better traction in your safety program. But when we look at initiatives, this is very, very important because your safety initiatives need to complement the direction that the company's going. Okay, so be really aware of that. There's only one other time or one other way of picking initiatives that I think is worth mentioning here, and that is if you have a safety event or you have an event on a contractor site, is a really good time to be able to move forward with an initiative that you might have that you knew you needed to do, but you weren't able to get traction on, and you can just put it in there. And we always talk about unfreezing processes and change management. Events allow us to make real change in a company, okay? So keep that in mind, because when you have those events, you can push through a lot of change really quick because everybody is a little more open, they're shaken up, they're not so secure in the processes that they have in place. Okay, so we've got our safety initiative picked. It's in line with what the company direction is and goals are. Now we're going to move into our preparation stage. Okay, there's some big ones here. First of all, figure out who you're going to be presenting to, right? Who has to be in that room or in that meeting to make to approve this process. And then once you know that, then you need to know who those people are. And I mean that by, you can have a person that's very safety orientated, you can have a person that's process orientated, you can have a person that is very fiscally responsible. And so if you have somebody that cares deeply about people and all you present is return on investment, you're not going to get the same response that you would get if you explained how this is going to help the workforce and the positive change and the way it's going to affect your culture. So when you're preparing, you need to know who you're preparing for. The second one in this, and I really like this, is that get help. Get a mentor, get somebody that this is going to directly be involved in their department, or it's going to help their department, or it's going to help their initiatives. And now you're going to have a champion on the inside that can actually work with you in creating the proposal, being able to say, yes, these are going to be the things that they're going to want to know. This is how you're going to need to present it, and really prepping it. And you're also going to use this champion, of course, when you're in the proposal stage. So now that you're ready to propose your initiative, then we're going to get into a little bit of what I call sales tactics, because a lot of people don't realize this. Safety is sales. You're selling to workers, you're selling to supervisors, you're selling to leadership. And a big portion of sales is understanding the pain points that your leadership team has. So if you know what their pain points are, start with those. These could be aligned with your goals and things like that. Start off, be like, hey guys, I know that this year we're looking to increase our contracts with these type of companies. One of the biggest issues that we're having with that is our safety initiatives in this stage. And so what I want to propose to you guys is this new safety initiative that's going to actually help us qualify for more contracts in the future. When you do that and you use that methodology, what you're doing is you're changing this about something that costs money to, hey, this is actually a product that's going to help us move our safety program forward, and it's going to help us qualify for more work. So this is like one of the best steps in how to actually get approval for your safety initiative. So what I want you guys to know is sometimes we all have that thought in the back of our head that our leadership doesn't care about safety. This is 100% untrue. The biggest problem is that we're not communicating clearly our initiatives, our value, and what we're trying to say. So let's take responsibility as safety professionals and start winning over our leadership teams with great content, with great information, being prepared so that when they get these presentations, they're wowed, right? Like, let's really step it up. So just as a recap, make sure that you are picking initiatives that really will work for your company, that are in alignment, that you're preparing, you know who your audience is that you're going to be delivering to, you know what they care about, you know what drives them, and that you have your champion in place to help you build out this process. And the last one is make sure you're using really good sales techniques to sell where you want to go, the future that the company is going to be in with this new initiative, and how much it's really going to help the company. We'd love to have you guys sign up for the newsletter, and feel free to book a demo if you want to see how Safety Evolution's software can help your company move forward with its safety initiatives, how it can help you protect your workforce, and how it can make you look like a rock star. Have a great day.